people I asked to come here today for all different reasons. Every week, it's different people for different reasons. Ms. Malik, she's here. I don't know. Most of you probably know her. She's the first person I ever met in the metaverse. There would actually be no reason for me to be here doing any of this if I didn't meet her because when I first came here, I thought people were crazy. So let's bring up my friend. And she came to see me in New York in person. Come out here, Ms. Malik. I want y'all to throw some confetti for Ms. Malik.
Genesee, you put the wrong.
Ah,
You
Hey,
put
mama.
the, yeah,
hey,
I'm like,
lady,
what
Oh,
the
how
hell?
are
wait,
you?
wait,
Oh,
wait,
look, wait.
wait, wait.
Let's just talk.
Come on, get
All
it
right,
together.
there you
Get it
go.
together. We
Hey,
got it. We got
Those
Rufus.
it.
teachers.
All right, go sit
Got it.
down. I can't fool up with you.
Hi, everybody. Oh, wow. Hi, everybody.
Okay, there you go. All right. All
Hey.
right, hold on.
So, how many of y'all know Ms. Malik
Can
personally?
you move real
By
quick?
show of confetti.
Can you move
How
yours?
many of
Oh,
y'all
look at my
probably
brother
met
over
her
there.
at Black Magic? Okay, so I'm not the only one. I met Ms. Malik when I first got. She was literally the first person I met
There we go.
going into Black Magic, and I
I'm
was
like,
on
you
my
put
way
me.
out
I'm
the
like, what the
door,
hell? What's
and
going
she
on? Get
stopped
out of
and she
here.
talked. And she had such a beautiful personality. She was really open.
I was
She
starting to
didn't mind
freak out.
having a
I was like,
conversation
yo,
at
get out
all,
of here. There's
and
no
we
way I can
talked
get
for
out
a
of here.
minute, especially once we both realized we were from New York. Y'all know once we get together, it's a done deal. And since then, and since then, she has been a really great friend. I mean, in and out of the metaverse to me. I've had conversations with her on so many occasions, and she just
Mm.
came to New
We about
York.
to check and see
We
what's
just
going
got
on.
to be real ratchet on my block
All right.
because she's from the Bronx. I'm from Brooklyn. We already got our borough beef. You feel me? But she came to Brooklyn with her car, parking all crazy, taking up two spots. I'm yelling down the block because I told her where I was. I'm like, hey, yo. And she holding the phone like, oh my God, why is she like this in real
Let
life?
me see if I'm on
But it
Facebook.
was beautiful to see her, and it was a great experience
And
just
they
coming into
can't
the
hear us because
metaverse,
we
meeting
in
someone in
Facebook.
here, and then getting to meet them in person. So, Ms. Malik,
Yeah,
tell us about yourself because
absolutely.
you are definitely the metaverse inspiration.
Oh, every time you say that, I'm just like, wow. I mean, because you
Oh,
never
I'm not skipping
know
to Facebook. Huh?
what you can be to
All right, hold on.
somebody. When I first met Tink, I was
Yeah,
moderating
YouTube.
in Black Magic. That's how, I ended up in there. And,
Well, what I
my
noticed is
thing
I
was
just got up with Facebook. I can
judging
only
by
do
the
just like
behaviors of
this,
some of the people that
like
would
talk
frequent
shows and stuff
there,
like
I
that.
figured people were
I
going through
can't
some
really do
things.
no ratchet
So
shit.
and then it helped me
Mm-hmm.
because I was also going through something. And for me, being kind to someone
Yeah,
or
put
bringing
these
a
in the
smile to
can too.
somebody's face, whether it's through a joke or just, asking them how they doing, because nobody may not care. It made me feel good.
Oh, okay.
So it was just as good for me as it was for you or anybody else that I met in there.
And
Um,
you,
Mm.
I'm from New York,
How you?
like she
Oh,
said, the
okay.
Bronx.
So
I've been in
Silky Mom.
Maryland for 20 years now. Um, I work for government. I am in training right now at a new job. That's why probably some of you guys don't see me as much because I just be drained. So I'm mainly on now, pretty much mostly on the weekends.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I know I don't get to see you as much, but um, your building skills. So
oh,
when I first started building, as much as I love my builds and a lot of
And now
other
you're gonna sit
people,
in the audience.
I started because I was inspired by her. The very first build, the bedroom. I don't know if any of you have been there, but ciao, it is absolutely
thank
breathtaking.
you.
And so when I kept seeing how she was building, especially she has this way of having this skill when it comes to putting wood. Like a lot of people, when we put our slabs down and we're trying to make a wooden floor, we just drag it all the way across so it looks even. No, she actually got the wood panels to even up. I still haven't figured out how she did that. I will one day, but she builds with this. All right, stop making me laugh. She builds in such an artistic way. Her last build that I fell in love with, So New York. I don't know if you guys have been there, but you need to be there. She has the floating bed upstairs. I don't. It's a way she builds that kind of makes you feel like if you ever go in one of her builds, expect well, Voices was a gift to her, but if you go in Black Medusa or if you go in So New York or you go in Neo Zen, you can feel her emotions in all of her builds.
Mm.
And that's what I get. So when I started building, I realized I could feel her in there. I needed to build with my emotions, and that's what make your builds come out in such a beautiful way. So thank you for giving me that
Thank
inspiration.
you. Thank you for looking at it that way.
It
Thank
was like
you.
when you build, it's not just a simple build. I don't think you understand that, from the coloring to how you shape your floors to how you design your walls. I paid attention to a lot of
Mm.
things. I paid attention to how you did the lighting in certain places to make one color kind of look like another color, but not that color. I did it in high notes, matter of fact. If you sit on the couch turns different colors. I learned how to do
Mm.
your lighting. So a lot of people, if you're starting to build, you don't know how to build, go into her builds and really study it. Like, don't just go in there and look at it and think it's pretty. Like, if you go in there and you just open your heart a little bit, you'll actually feel her in there, and it'll make you look at all of the designs in a different way. It'll teach you something. I promise you, it did for me. So, thank you.
Thank you.
So,
Um, Before I had met you, I didn't really do a lot of traveling, so to speak. Um, One of the first worlds that I went to, one of my friends took me to, was Shea Arts World, and I can't remember the name, but it was about motherhood and nurturing and just
you know, Horizon just don't want none of us to be
damn.
great.
I'm
You
like,
know
what
that,
in the
right?
world?
It's Horizon. They don't want us to be great. It's the blatant disrespect for me. That was
Oh
so
my god,
disrespectful.
that is hilarious.
So, yo, finish
Cue that
saying what you
music.
did.
It's awful.
Yeah, like
That
that
music
was
is terrible.
Miss
Thank you.
Malik. Don't do that to my melanated. Don't do that. Don't on my nerves. Don't. We supposed to be being serious.
Okay. No, but I think when I got zoomed out of here, I was talking about Shea Arts World, where each
Mm-hmm.
piece you stand in front of, it's like a little poem or just words of inspiration. And the first time we went in there, she wasn't there. But the second time we went, I think I was showing it to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And we happened to catch her in there, and she took us piece by piece and she just broke it down, what inspired her, what her motives are on here, what her purpose is and what she does. And I mean, I had like goosebumps, and I was just like, I I was just so in awe of what my people were capable of doing in a
Mm-hmm.
space like this. I'm like, oh my God, look at this. Man, but she's that was one of the first worlds that I went to, and I was just like, wow, this is beautiful. I can hang out here in this
Yeah.
space. So amongst other people, there's a lot of people that like you, I'm inspired by. Nia, a neuro agent, she does some fantastic bills. They're very different. I think when I met her, my style kind of changed because she told me, think outside the box. Everything is so square. Everybody's house is so square. So I said, okay. And she took me into build mode. She's like, look, you could do this, you could flip it this way, you could do that. And I'm like, all right, I got you. So she's been a big inspiration in the bills that I have done lately. I've been working on something, as you know, for the last couple of
Mm-hmm.
months, and I haven't been able to finish it. I just kind of lost gas with it, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Just the conditions being in build mode with all the changes, and then they took the bots out, and then you can't get your bot in, and it's just a real hassle. So
It's
I
too
just
much.
haven't really been inspired lately, but I'm gonna finish that build if
Oh,
I'm
trust me,
gonna
I know
finish
what you
that.
mean.
Yeah,
Especially when you go
but
into a build where you had inverted shapes and now
yeah,
everything is flat and you're like, oh,
yeah,
come on, man. So trust me, I
yeah.
get it.
But one thing about us, we always find some type of workaround
Mm-hmm.
and we adapt. That's what I love about our people because we stick and stay and we ain't giving up. Something got to give. Like this ain't gonna
Something got
hold
to
me
give.
back. So yeah, we resilient for real.
Really resilient. Trust that. So, thank you so much for who you
You
are.
are so welcome. So welcome.
Seriously, because you remember your birthday. You remember all the love that came.
Man. Mm.
It was overwhelming for you at one
It
point. And I'm
was.
like, but look at all of these people. Look at what
It
you've
was.
done. So, I mean, I'm so happy. I am so happy to have met you and still have you in my life. We got
Yeah,
to turn up again. I'm
absolutely.
coming to Maryland. I'm coming. I'm coming. Coming.
Just let me know
Yeah.
when. Look, I'm saving up restaurants I ain't never been to. So, yeah, it'll be an
Hey,
adventure.
we'll be foodies for the weekend. Okay. But thank you. Just thank
Just
you for your
before I
inspiration.
go,
Mhm.
I need to say I'm so proud of you. I am
Don't
so,
start.
girl. I know you had it in you, but I mean, I just look at how you grow and how you network and what your purpose has become in this space. And I'm just blown away. Like, I love it. I love watching you do what you do. The dancing videos got on my damn nerves on Instagram. I was like, oh, scroll. I was like, come on now.
Yeah, you threaten to
But you
block
know
me
what?
every
I
day.
love you.
Every day I
I was
got a
like,
phone.
yo, she
I'm
doing
gonna
too
block you.
goddamn
I was
much.
like, no, you're not. You're not about to block me. I'm gonna block your ass. You post one more of these
No, you
videos.
sit your
Stop
ass down.
dancing. I was like, you better
Oh
not block me. I'm
man.
gonna come to your house. He
But
was
I
like, that
know I
is
can
it.
always laugh with you. I've cried with you, happy and sad tears. So, it's very rare that you meet genuine people that you can vibe with like that and you can allow them to see you be vulnerable because we live in a society where you got to be badass all the time,
All
but
the time.
I'm lucky to be able to have seen that side of you, honestly, and I treasure our friendship.
You and me both. Listen, when you called me that day and was like, listen, I'm in New York. I need this. And I was like, I wasn't come over here. I was like, I'm telling you right now, I'm not about to get dressed. I'm not doing none of that.
Girl,
You
please.
come right on.
This was
And we,
inside.
yes, it was,
This was
man, and it was
inside.
beautiful. I think I held on to you. I was like, damn it. I don't want her to go yet, So it was beautiful. Thank you for
I'll be
that.
back.
You better.
Yeah, now I
You
know where
better.
you at. Hmm.
Exactly. You better come back. Don't park like that again. To keep that Bronx behavior
You
and
know
don't do
what?
that in Brooklyn. Do not do that in Brooklyn. But thank you so much for being here.
You
I
are so very
appreciate you so
welcome.
much.
Anything for you. Anything.
Thank
You
you.
know.
Thank you. See, you gonna make me all get all
Look, I
sad.
think
Get
I'm
up.
drifting. I'm not even sure. You
Jump.
see?
You
Hold
gotta
on.
jump.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
my.
Damn. I'm all disrespectful on the furniture. Thank you for having me.
Wait, thank you. Yeah, that was beautiful, right? Okay. I'm gonna try to not drift and get back in my seat though. Next, we have Mr. Reality himself, Mr. Victor 3000. Come to the stage, Victor. Victor actually had one of the first bills of a bar on the Electric Cafe that I went into. And that's the first time I actually felt like I was in a real bar. Measurements were everything. That's when I realized I didn't know how to measure at all. But, nobody asked you to be a show off. Victor, no one likes to show off. Then we went to the Tupac is Alive world, and it reminded me of Above the Rim. And I looked at that even, before the Tupac, just the build itself, the fire escapes, it gave me so New York. I felt at home. And I was like, this guy is really good on his realism and how he builds. So thank you, Victor, for being here today.
No problem. No problem. Thanks for having me.
No problem. So tell us a little bit about you.
A little bit about me. I'm 37 from St. Louis, Missouri, born and raised. Um, I'm an artist. I do music. Uh, What else? I don't know. I like pizza,
You
music,
like pizza? Okay.
preferably R&B. I don't know. It's a bunch. It's a bunch to me.
So how long have you been building in Horizon? When did you start?
I started building the end of February of last year, 2022.
And when you first go, so it was like, was it different than building now? I'm sure it was. The graphics, the tools that we have now, you probably didn't have then.
Oh yeah, it's much different. But as long as I got the snap, then I'm all good. As long as
So
the
when did
snap
you
keep
build
working.
the electric cafe?
I built the Electric Cafe. I started on it. I want to say April, like
Mm-hmm.
end of April, and then I dropped it. No, no, I'll take that back. I dropped it in March. It was 3/3/23. That's when I dropped it. So it was the end of February, and then I dropped it in March. Yeah, beginning
Okay.
of March, 3/3/23. Yeah.
All right. And when you built your Tupac's Alive world, how long did
Well,
that take you? Because that
that was a
particular
gift.
world,
That was a
that was
gift
a
from
gift
Sadie
from
Chan.
Sadie.
Hmm.
Okay. Did you
She
have
said it
anything
took
to
her.
do
She
with
said it took
that?
her 3 days.
It took her 3 days.
Uh-huh.
Okay, because when I spoke to you, you told me that. Okay, we'll get there later. But your bills and your realism. Tell me what
Hmm.
inspired you to kind of, because a lot of people can't build where you actually go into a place and you feel that.
Yeah. Um. Well, it was only one person inside of Horizons that really inspired me to start doing realistic stuff. And that was
Mm-hmm.
Herbert Joyce Jr. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
CEO and founder of Metacorp. When I first met Herbert, it was at his Studio 901, Vibe
Mm-hmm.
901. Yeah, when I went, I was like, oh yeah, this dude right here different. So yeah, I started hanging around him a lot. Just in build mode, watching him. He first put me in build mode, and then I didn't know how to work God mode, get big and small and stuff. So he
Mm-hmm.
demoted me. He demoted me back to a tester. Yep. And then it wasn't until I jumped in the edit mode with Angel when she was doing the boombox, and she taught me how to, and I got used to it, and I started moving around, and I was like, oh snap, it's on now. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Well, I do like how you build. I do love your realism in your builds. You talked about your music. How is that going for you?
You said what now?
Your music?
My music, it's going all right. I haven't been inspired lately because I don't really know what I wanna talk about really. My last song was In the Meta with It. If you ever heard it, I made it just for the metaverse.
Mm-hmm.
My homie Junior inspired me to do something, so I just went in and did it. But I haven't been inspired to make music really lately because the stuff I want to talk about is just, you know,
Personal.
it's a whole nother category as far as like blowing up or like being in the public eye. Stuff I want to talk about, it can get dangerous, like for my life. So,
Wow.
mhm, yeah.
Wow. That is,
Hmm.
yeah. I don't think
I'm a,
anybody
I,
wants you to
I'm a
do that.
realist, so it's not
Right.
only that I make realistic builds. I'm like real in real life. I'm a Sagittarius. My fire always burning, and I tell the truth no matter what. It just comes out however it come out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, a
So,
matter of fact, person straight to the point is nothing wrong with that. A
hmm,
lot more people should be very direct.
yeah, most
You
definitely.
know, that blunt honesty sometimes is the best thing you have.
Yep.
So I inspire you
Hmm.
to let it go if you need to, but not if it's gonna get you killed. Don't
Yeah,
listen.
yeah,
don't,
yeah. I'm
don't do
kind of
that.
a revolutionist. So, yeah.
Ah,
Hmm. I already know what comes with it.
okay.
Hmm. Yeah.
Well, is there anything else that we should know about you, Victor? Or that
Uh,
you would like to tell us about you?
um, nothing really. I build. I don't build as often as people would think I do. I build like one world every 3 months, every 3 to 4 months, simply because I get a lot of anxiety when I'm in build mode. Uh, you know, I'm gonna get back doing like realistic assets, but it just take a lot of juice out of me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want it to be perfect, and I'm like a mad scientist. So My next thing I'm doing is a vehicle though. I'll let it out the bag, but it's gonna be like a whole world, like a vehicle. Kind of like the DJ equipment that I did for Wavy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make it a whole world this time. It's not gonna be half a world, third of a world. It's gonna be a whole world, just a vehicle.
Oh wow.
It's gonna be serious business.
Oh, I cannot wait to see that. That sounds
hmm
amazing. Well, thank you for coming out and telling us a little bit
Oh,
about
no
yourself,
problem.
Victor.
Thank you for
We
having me.
appreciate you. Everybody give Victor some confetti. Um, hold on. Hold on. We're gonna take like a 5-minute intermission and then we're gonna come back, okay? All right. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, Shay, 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 Shay. Me and Shay done. We having a smoke session on stage if y'all don't mind. And if anybody else, she was like, I just started. I was like, well, shit, I'll join you. And if anybody else in the audience is smoking, please do knock yourself out. Be comfortable. Be as comfortable as you want to be. Grab your drink, grab your smoke, grab your food, but be comfortable. This is not no stuck up interview. Relax. Just relax. You know what I mean? What's up, Shay Shay?
What's up, Tank? Everybody
What's
doing? Thank
going
y'all for having me.
on? This is I got the Shay Arts on the stage. Y'all understand what that means? This is Miss Valerie Thomas herself, which I had to just tell her was my favorite build. I don't know if any of you have been there, but if you have not, you will be blown away from the math equations that she has going around into the world when you enter, to how she has this woman sitting there with the university behind her. It takes a lot of skill to sculpt something like that. And I don't know if you've been to a lot of her worlds, but a lot of things that she sculpts, you can sit there for hours and just try to figure it out. You won't. I haven't. I make stick figures. How she sculpts things, yeah, I could never. But if you haven't been there, go there. Don't start giggling. We are not supposed to smoke, giggle, and talk. We gotta get pick a battle, Shay. Pick a battle. So let's talk, Shay. Tell me about you and your passion, everything we talked about that makes you build the way you do.
Well, I'm Shay, born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee, and art is my life. Like it's literally what I did, to get through life as a child, and even with it as a job, it's a job, it's a hobby, it's fun with the family, and so yeah, that's like the gist of it. But I don't know, like as that that is what I am, and that's just what I like to do. I'm a middle child out of seven. Our childhood was kind of tough, but that was like the one skill that I had to kind of help me um, gain uh, money, notoriety. It helped me, get through growing up in the streets of Memphis, and so yeah, it's literally my life. It's what I do, and I do all types. So. Yeah,
Yeah,
horizon. I just like
always.
to just have fun.
I watch your art on Instagram from your drawing, even when you was in Gravity Set Sketch. I downloaded the app because of you. I couldn't figure it out, so I gave
Yeah,
that
you got
up
to watch a lot of tutorials.
instantly.
Like everything is tutorials. Like,
And I went through it with the putting the body together because I saw you making clothes on there. So I was like, okay, that's I love art, but I like to paint. I
mhm.
don't know anything past that as far as digital art. When it came to that, I was like, well, let me give it a shot because I do like to paint. I do like to build. There's nothing wrong with opening yourself up to more art. So thank you for even posting that for people to be inspired to do it. And when I went in there, I liked it, but then I was like, okay, I'm still really learning how to build in Horizon. Let me master that first before I come trying to tackle this. Even with building in spatial, I went over
Mhm.
there and I was like, it looks pretty cool over there, but I really couldn't understand it as far as the app is concerned. And the computer, it
Mhm.
seemed to move a lot better. But
Yeah.
going in there as an avatar, it was just, weird movement for me. And I couldn't figure it. I went to this area that was kind of like a brownstone, and it was a few
Yeah.
people there. And I was like, how do you even communicate? Because everybody just looked like they're sitting still. So I was like, okay, maybe one day when I have time and she has time, I'll go to her and ask her about it because this one really got me baffled. But the gravity, I didn't uninstall it. I kind of just stopped doing it, but I am
Yeah.
going to go back to it. I've gotten a lot better in here. But when I look at your
Mhm.
bills and I look at the way you sculpt different things, it's not just you, Cam, Eltram. Y'all have this shit, Angel. Y'all have this way of make even Ebony. Y'all have this way of making the bodies and making the art look mesmerizing. Like when you
Mhm.
walk through any of your art pieces, you'll stop for a while. I've been to the Valerie Thomas, like I told you, I streamed it for my family to see. I cast it to the TV for them to see it. And when
Wow.
you walk in there, you're seeing this woman sitting there, and as you're going towards her, you're drawn to not just how you sculpted her, but everything behind her. It told the whole story. And then when you went in there from the books to the equations to up at the top, everything that was in there was like you felt like you were in her head as she was creating. So that aspect that you brought to that piece of art is why it became my favorite piece and I love all of your pieces. I love the last piece that you did because you made it come alive. You can actually water
Mhm.
things, you can do things. It's animated. It comes up in different forms, especially your goddess. Because I remember he was like, Tink, I want you to see the goddess. This is the goddess I was talking about. And I got over there and I was like, I was not surprised at all at how you did it or even how it came out because I've been to a lot of your bills. So looking at it was just like, you know, Shay, it's showing off and then there's this. It's showing off and then there's this. There's putting things to make a whole animated movie come in front of you and you have all of these beautiful women sculpted for women to appreciate themselves, to appreciate the goddess in them. So thank
Mhm.
you for that. Thank you for giving women pieces to go and admire, to have women to look at, to say, okay, you know what? This is inspiration. So
I
I
appreciate
love the
that.
fact that you build with so much love and so much inspiration. The fact that it's a passion, it definitely shows in everything that you sculpt. The time that it takes, the way you have the arms adjusted, it takes a lot of time to do that. I think it takes a lot of time to put squares together, but to do something like that, I can imagine how much patience you have to do that. So thank you for having that patience to give us that kind of art.
Mm, that that's a lot. I really appreciate all that you said, Tank. I do. Um, and the art that I create in here is, I want to say my favorite artist is a surrealist, and so I want to say that my type of art is like more surrealism. My favorite artist is BK the artist.
Mm-hmm.
He's been my favorite artist since like I was a teenager when I first saw some of his goddess series, his Earth goddess series. That's what my Arts
Mm-hmm.
I Am is based off of. But I would like to say my style is like surrealism, and it's like especially with Hidden Horizons. Like when I saw that, like I dabbled in 3D modeling, but I like to play with paint. I like to use my hands. I wasn't really techie until I got the headset, and using the controllers is easier than like typing, trying to move a keyboard, mouse, all
Mm-hmm.
that. But seeing that I could like come in here and seeing pieces, like when I first came in, people like some people were monetized, but it wasn't all about building for money. A lot of people were like building just off their emotions. They were like, um, a lot of these were just like, relax pieces, anxiety bills, or just release pieces. And so I came in seeing ill trim bills. I think Heaven Unknown was one of the first pieces I seen of his, and it was like it took a long time, but it was worth it to see what he created and like the techniques I used to see from Bubblegum and Vash Bike. Like it's a lot of different creators that I came in that I saw when I came in that I could see like the stuff that I create, the stuff I always wanted to create, but I never thought that I could do it like with just basic materials. I could do it here in the 3D world, like, and that's what I tried. Started off by trying to do Arts I Am, which was a piece just was. I mean, it was never that piece was never even really meant to be published. That was funny. The Arts I Am piece. It was called Arts Noda at first, because
Mm-hmm.
Noda was one of my favorite apps on my Oculus. If you ever downloaded Noda, it's the place where you can go and do like note taking. You can like put your thoughts and make thought bubbles and graphs and connections, and it's like a visualizer for your thoughts. And you can
Okay.
yeah, that's one of my favorite apps, Noda. So I created Arts I Am as Arts Noda because it was just like anxiety piece, just building to get those thoughts out. But after going on the World
Mm-hmm.
Hop with it was a lot of people, Bubblegum, CJ, DJ Manning, a lot of people when they saw it and they liked it, and even though that wasn't why I released it, when they saw it and they loved everything about it and they wanted to, they wanted me to put it out, I released it, and I was like, well, it's okay to create anything I ever wanted to create, like, and you know, it was fun. It's no judgment on it. It was like it was all not for just showing off, but to see if I could do it. Like every technique, every world I've done was like a technique that I wanted to see if I could master. So it was it just it was just fun. And so that's why I'm not as active in Horizon now. I'm in exploring the other art apps. I've been in the other art apps. I love Horizons because it's social, but yeah, I've just been expanding to see what all I could do with my art in the metaverse. And with the headset, I can do. I have a way larger network. I have a larger resources. I have more resources than I do with my IRL supplies and doing
Mm-hmm.
vendors and stuff. So
Have you
yeah,
ever thought
everything I've
about
created
building
here is
over
just
in VR
anything I ever
chat
wanted.
and making an
I
art
actually am.
gallery over there?
I actually am. I am working on it. I'm working to learn Unity, not just
Mm-hmm.
building with Unity, but actually learning C#, which is a whole nother mental ball game of trying to learn coding. But I'm learning from scratch. I started with Game Dev HQ. Took me on. I started doing courses with them, and oh, right now it's just a work in progress. I'm still dealing with life. Like I got 4 kids, school starting back. I got a baby in elementary, middle, and high school homeschooling. So right now it's just pasting. There's no rush on anything. So
You got a lot, and you
yeah.
still put out the things you put out. So
Yeah.
kudos to you. That is amazing. And a lot of people probably didn't know that, and to have all of that and balance all of that and still come in here and still fulfill your passion, that's a beautiful thing, Shay. Don't take that. That's amazing. So thank you for sharing that. It's a lot more respect today than I had yesterday. I already respected you, but to know that that's your real life and you still come out and put that kind of beauty out there, that's a different level of respect. So thank you so much for giving us that kind of art to look at. So I want everybody to give us some confetti for Shay, and especially the beautiful things that she puts out for us in spite of probably a very busy schedule. So thank you, love. Thank you so much for that.
Oh, thank
Don't
you for
give me
having me. I
hugs.
appreciate
Of
it. And I
course.
love hearing these stories from all the other creators. So,
Yes, yes. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. This way. And our final guest, the triple threat up here. I've been waiting for them. Calm down, Miss Angel Arts and Lotus and X6 Chomp. Let's get it. Hey.
Oh my gosh, my drift is terrible. What is happening? And I'm
Oh,
even
no.
all the way around. That's not the path I was initially trying to take.
Hello.
Hey.
We're
This
here.
is the triple threat.
Open
My
menu.
my favorite throuple, as I call them. That is my word for them. The family that builds together. I love these guys. If you guys do not know them, they are a beautiful energy. I have been around them all separately together, and they have an energy that is unmatched. So I'm glad you all found each other. I appreciate that for you guys. So
you.
let's get into it. We have musicians, we have artists, we have managers. I mean, a triple threat. Yeah. Y'all got it all. I
Right
mean,
there.
how can I join the family? I mean, no, don't let me not say that. I got my whole family up here. I don't need them looking at me like don't start your look at Rory pointing at me. It was a joke, Rory. It was a Ines, it was a joke. You spawn me off this stage, it's gonna be a problem, boy. don't, don't
Ew. Did that just happen?
Not take her off the stage.
petty jealousy for me at that point. That was
Oh
petty
my
as hell.
God.
That was petty as hell. I'm gonna get you when we get home. And you still shaking your head. Y'all gotta figure. You see the disrespect? Y'all don't have to deal with this kind of stuff. See, this is why. I'm gonna let somebody else adopt me. You do that again. But I want to thank y'all for coming. So, who wants to start first?
Angel?
Oh, no, I knew he was gonna do that. In the middle of my pull too.
Oh, we still
Always, I
smoking.
had to.
Okay.
Oh yeah, of course.
Of
Yeah, you
course.
know. No, that's why I'm like, Angel.
Okay. So I'm Angel the artist. I am an artist of many trades, from painting, sculptures. I'm a licensed tattoo artist. I've done pottery. I'm doing music, building, and now learning scripting. And then this really, really big project that I'm really, really excited to actually talk about. That's going to be happening. So yeah, I got all that working for me. So, go ahead.
Here we go. All right, I'm Nuri the Lotus, artist, songwriter, singer, I guess rapper now. I also do a lot of teaching. I work with the kids, of course. I also am kind of like a bruja, like I'm an empath, like I read people. I'm good at like astrology and stuff like that. So I'm trying to like build this astrology world with the help of like my love, of course. But yeah, that's what I do.
Okay. Chomp chomp on mute.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Biggest in the room, biggest in the room. I go by Essex Chump. I'm a video editor, videographer, director, as well as management for the both of them at the moment. When it comes to music, I'm super diverse. I think a lot of people see me rapping, but I've actually done a lot of like venues at poetry places. I do R&B. I do electronic music, rock. The only genre I haven't touched so far has been country. Um, you know what I mean? These are my beautiful wives. Young entrepreneur, working with AI monetization. I got a lot of things in the package, but one thing I will say is I also have a history of talking and motivating the youth when it comes to men.
Okay.
Period.
All right. So Angel Arts. This is my green baby right here. I love it, first of all. Um
Chartreuse.
yes. I've learned so much about you in the times that I've been around you. And the things that I've learned made me have so much respect and so much admiration for you because we are a lot alike in a lot of ways. And you and I both, we have that connection with that thing. And to be able to talk about it with someone who gets it, who understands, who can understand me, I'm so happy to have spoken to you that day to have that conversation. I've gone into your worlds, especially the Telebelly. I never say it right. It's
That's
a
it.
tongue twister.
It's
It is
Telebelly.
you had no. I've called it Telelevi. I've called it a few things. It is a tongue twister for me. I'm surprised I got it out. And I went there, and a lot of people, they forget to have that whimsical side. And when you go in there, you get to be whimsical, you get to be a little silly. I was like, I like this. I felt your personality. I was like, I like this. This is that whimsical side of a person that I really appreciate. And so thank you for that, first of all, because there's a few whimsical worlds, but there's very few where you could just actually feel silly and be okay with feeling a little silly. You know what I mean? So, and I don't think that you gave that to some people. You get, especially people that go through certain things like myself. It sometimes it gives out that I need to be silly to adjust myself, to not be so serious, to not take things so personal. Like I have to go to those places, those type of places where I could be like, okay, you know what? Now this is a place I can let out my kid again and come out of there not feeling as aggravated as when I went in. So I've gone there on several occasions in a private instance just to release that in myself. So thank you so
Wow.
much
Thank
for
you. Thank
that.
you.
Um, and the door that I was gonna put up was the fight. I felt, whew, I can control rage. I can control my rage through that piece because when it's getting there and it's getting to that point, I'm like, whoo, it's like how, oh God, you get that feeling. So when I need to release that rage, so I was like, okay, well, she wants the other door, that's fine, but that's my rage. The other one is my whimsical. So you definitely put out worlds to adjust to people with personalities where they need to be in a certain environment just to release one of them completely. So I don't think you know what you've done, but you have. So thank you for that.
Thank you. I
Absolutely.
don't think I was ever like, oh, I'm doing this to invoke this type of person or anything. It was just, I guess I was just a little bit of everybody, depending on
Mhm.
that day. There was some days where it was just all I had in me was rage, and
Mhm.
I had to let that out. Like when I say art is medicine, I mean that in a very serious way. Like I can get through a mental breakdown by throwing a piece of wet clay on the floor, like, or just like
Right.
anything art related, like
It's their own
picking up
little
a
high,
pencil and drawing a one line face. Like they've seen me in Paradise Beach, and like I'm just like bored, and I'll go to the drawing board and just draw so many faces, and I'll just like serotonin boost. Like it's just like
Mhm.
that's how I feel. Like it's just, I don't know. I
That's
breathe it,
exactly what
sleep it,
music
all that.
does for me.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Yeah, the guitar too, because that used to be the person that I hid behind.
Mhm.
It was my guitar. So
And your music, that voice, there has been times that I have come to you at Sultry. I'm like, can you please sing Rise Up? It was one time actually when I asked you to
that's the
sing
only
that
time I
day.
sing.
Yeah.
I
Then when I
did.
asked you to do it for me that day, my son had got detained by the cops that week. And I have a really good
Um,
kid. And I was emotionally torn up. And I wasn't gonna come on. I didn't come on for the whole week. But I saw that Daytona had posted that you were going to be there. So I was like, I need that song. I need to feel something. And so I went and I was like, can you sing Rise Up? He was like, my voice is hoarse. I was like, oh my God. But you did it anyway. And I went up to the balcony and I let it go. Like I put myself on mute and I let it go. I had to release that, all of that I was feeling. That's
Aw.
why I asked you to sing for me that day. And I'm so glad that you was like, my throat is
I
hurting,
did
but okay,
anyway.
sing. Yes, so thank you so much. I asked you to sing that for a reason that day, and you gave me exactly what I needed. So thank
I think
you.
I only sing for other people anyway, honestly. Like it's healing for others, not only
Mm-hmm.
myself. So I think that I can feel the energy if somebody needs it.
And I needed it. I needed it. And you, I mean, you was like, because at first you went into a coin. I panicked. I was like,
Cause I
dang
started trying to
it.
like get ready, like, oh, I gotta sing this.
I was like, oh no, she's in a coin. She's not coming back. And then you popped up and you was like, and you let it out. And I took a deep breath with you because I was like, thank God she came back.
That's
Okay,
a
I'm
difficult
good.
song to sing. So
Mm.
it's something you gotta really feel. And it's
Yes.
like, you rising up from like every obstacle, like, you know, despite, how you feeling. So
Well, thank
If
you.
I'll be cheesy, if there is only one thing that Neri is better at than singing, it's healing people. I kid you not.
Aw,
No matter what you're going
thank
through.
you.
Like, okay, be safe, love you. Sorry, my mom's leaving for work. I just, gotta make
Bye,
sure.
Mom.
But yeah, th- you can be real low. You just got to be in the presence of her, and it's just like, okay,
Aw, thank you, baby.
that's it. That's it. Of course.
Y'all are adorable to me. Jesus Christ. Y'all are cute. Chomp. You got the best
Yes,
wives
the
in the
biggest in
house.
the
Talk
room.
to me.
The biggest in the room.
The biggest in the
Um,
room.
You know what I mean? I never really hopped on the meta. It was just super unserious. Had a conversation, so it was explaining to me the green and red side of meta and everything, and took me aside that conversation, and that's when my mind started opening up. And I think that I'm a self preacher of self monetization. I don't think that you necessarily need to be recognized to make money anywhere, and so I think that it was just crazy meeting Angel and then me vouching for Nuri to come on the tour and me being in the position that I am. I don't think I necessarily predicted it, but I can't say that I'm too. I can't say that it's unexpected either. I'm just very blessed to be where I am.
Happy to
Wow.
be here.
Good to be here.
Aw. Y'all are so damn geeky. I love this. I love it. And Trump is just sitting there cool, and y'all just
Yeah.
got the giggles left and
That's
right. He's just
normal.
sitting there like, yeah.
That's how he is.
Yup.
He's the cool, calm, collected Virgo. And we got the Scorpio here, razzle dazzle. And then you got the Aquarius. And it's,
Okay, triple threat, like I said, and managing them, they are great artists, but so are you. I've heard you rap several times. So let's
Absolutely.
yeah, you're really good, Chomp. So let's talk
Yeah,
about that.
He's
yeah.
a rock
I
star.
think that you know what I mean. I think I started, and I always encourage a lot of people to start from hip hop because hip hop, I think, gives you a good understanding of how to format a song. You know what I mean? How meaningful like lyrics are. You know what I mean? It teaches you a lot of things, and so it's like I used to be on that really like lyrical wave. But then I realized that music was a lot more than like lyrics. You know what I mean? When you branch into different genres, it's how it makes people feel. It's
Mm-hmm.
the vibe. You know what I mean? And so I started doing. It's actually funny because a lot of people love the rap stuff I do, but equally and like on the opposite end, people are like, "Yeah, man, I want to hear more like melodical things," and so I'm always like kind of caught in between, the different sounds that I do and stuff like that. But when it comes to managing them, I told them it's like as artists, you always want to put on a good show and you always want to do like an amazing show in front of people. But the problem with that is that you lose sight of the business and the hours that you put in your music, you deserve to be compensated and everything
Mm-hmm.
like that. And so sometimes those two sides conflict. It's like, oh, I want to be an artist and I want to put on a show for all these amazing people. Everyone's gonna love it. You know what I mean? But there's the business side too. You deserve to be compensated. So I try to help them out with that. But speaking speaking of managing, I would say a man in my position, I don't really get a lot of time to um worry about myself, but not in like a negative way. I think
Mhm.
that's my duty. I think that's my self responsibility that I've chosen. And I think that I always leave room for them to be emotional and worry about things. And, it's just a blessing to be able to cater to, their issues and being able to assist in the way that I can.
I love that, Chom. Okay. No wonder y'all over here geeking the way y'all geeking. You said all that. I get it now. Okay.
That's baby right there.
I love it. I love it.
Okay.
Well, I want to thank you. Well, you said you had some big things happening, Angel. Do you want to share that with us? Or not
Oh
yet?
yes. Oh, so
Go off.
trying to branch
You said
outside
go off.
of just horizons, learn Unity, learn Blender and stuff. And I've been going to a lot of like tech preference conferences and stuff and networking. Shout out to Paige Dansinger because she has put me in front of a lot of amazing people. I met an astronaut one day. That just like
Oh wow.
blew my mind, or at least they tell her that. I don't know, but anyway, so who knows what's really going on. But it was amazing to meet all these people, and it put me in front of people who really like this idea that I had to make an even deeper immersive experience for mental health awareness. So it's like it's going to be using a different headset, I believe, probably a HoloLens, one of the like
Mm-hmm.
more advanced headsets. And it's going to basically put you in my shoes of what it feels like, from mild days of having DID to very severe days. It's going to have audio effects, visual effects. You'll hear the things that I hear. You'll see the things that I see that maybe other people don't see. You'll, understand some of the conversations that happen sometimes all at once, So definitely going to be having like some type of initial survey and after survey kind of thing. But I pitched it to this one talk preference, whatever. And I met a lot of cool people during like the little, networking workshop. And we're trying to make that a thing. So just want to say stay tuned for that.
I love
Oh,
that.
also,
Absolutely.
I'm trying to get funding to not open a full brick and mortar, but like a pop up so that
Mhm.
people can actually come and visit and then put on the headset themselves and just also experience it that way if they don't want to have to buy the whole headset kind of thing. So
That's amazing to give people a look into
That
your
is
life
amazing.
like
Yes,
that.
baby. Yes.
That is amazing because a lot of people wouldn't. And the fact that you are, it will help a lot of people with DID understand, and it'll help people that have to deal with people with DID understand what goes on in their minds and in the mind of a person with DID, even though I might see it as something totally different when it comes to a medical standpoint. There are a lot of people who still feel like, well, this is the diagnosis, these are the things that I suffer with. And a lot of them suffer with it in silence because a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people either feel like it's made up or you're giving yourself a reason to be a certain way, or it's a lot of people that are very close-minded that don't realize that these are, it might seem like the same voice, the same face, the same movements, but it's a different thought process for that particular personality.
Absolutely.
It's a different
Mhm.
emotion that goes
Mhm.
along with it. They connect with people on
Mhm.
different levels. Like you'll meet someone that might know someone that you're with, and they might describe you as a tyrant because of
Absolutely.
who they got, but then the next person might describe you as an angel, so it
hmm
has a lot
I
to
think
do with how you interact with people.
what I do want
Mhm.
to say, Tink, I think that like it's very brave of her to kind of like be in the openness of mental illness and mental health, like awareness and like
Mm-hmm.
there's so many, you just label so many people like with different things as something, but like they're all unique and they're all different, just like everybody's different. Mental health, high, low, in the middle, or not. Everybody's different. And so, like, you can't just be like, oh, like you have DID, so like you're going to act like this. Now, Angel is completely unique from anybody else that has DID as well. Although she's
Mm-hmm.
sharing her experience, I think that like she's still like unique in her own way, and she's giving her unique experience for others to see that like, okay, like just because you have autism or DID or bipolar
Mm-hmm.
or PTSD or depression, you're not like anybody else. Like
Right.
you're still different. So
Yeah, very unique. Very unique.
very
I think everybody with DID is very unique because every personality that they have is very unique. And when you put them all
uniquely,
together,
yeah.
you have a person that is the most mysterious person you'll probably ever meet because you never know who you're going to get, but it's always going to be a beautiful adventure. It's especially dependent on the people you're connecting with, and the energy that you three share is good balance for that. And sometimes
Absolutely.
people don't even realize with DID a certain energy could be around you and it will make one personality stay longer than it's ever stayed before. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Depending on how it's fed. So
You're right.
thank you. Yeah, trust me.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna give
you
shout out
know,
to Chom too, cause like he put up with a lot with just both of us women. Just us being women, and
yeah, you know.
us being artists too. I feel like he kind of like got a big, he got a lot on his plate, but at the same time,
Hmm.
he's a very much like he's an equalizer. He balances everything out. So
And
just
so,
I just
you
like
know what I
to
mean?
say
I say this all the time, you know what I mean? You can't hear me?
No, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Hmm.
I can hear
Hold on.
you.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let
Hold
me
on.
leave. Let me leave this real quick.
Yeah, leave it.
Hold on one moment.
What
One
about
moment.
now? Okay.
You hear me now?
Okay, perfect.
So one thing I will say, and I always preach this all the time, is that I think that the idea that life was supposed to be fair is an illusion. You know what I mean? And so it's like I take things with a grain of salt, and I take it as they come. And then so some of my people might be like, yeah, you're doing all this stuff, and you're doing this, and it's a lot of stuff. Of course, it's a lot of stuff because I'm built for a lot of stuff. Not everybody is
Hmm.
built for a lot of stuff, and you know what I mean. I don't think anyone. I think that everyone's different. I think the world is naturally unfair, and I think that I try to use my strengths to benefit those around me, even if it might seem unfair. I'm the person to do it. And so if I'm able to do that, I think that's like, especially when it comes to my wives, it's a responsibility that I was given. And so I just kind of handle the punches. But
Well,
I do want to say one thing though.
hmm
There was an event. There was an event, and I'll kind of like talk about it a little bit. But it was regarding her DID, and so it's like when it comes to me like experience and all that, it's like I'm not a professional, right? I may not know the best remedies all the time or the best
hmm
like way to handle certain things, but there was a moment where like a switch had gone on, and instead of questioning it or instead of thinking my own opinions, I don't really think it matters your own opinions. I think that the people you care about need you, and you need to be there, and you need to dig down and do
Show
the things
up.
you have to do. And so during
Right.
the show, when this was happening, I didn't really know what to do. All I could do is make sure that I do crowd control, make sure the event goes perfectly fine, make sure that everything goes smooth, because I know that Angel would want to have a perfect event. And I handled the punches, and I did what I had to do that day, regardless of my own opinion. I think that's what people need to realize is, you know what I mean? If that's your people, especially your wives, you could have like a different opinion all you want, right? But it's all about being there for them. It's all about catering
hmm
to them. It's all about are you there when it matters? So I try to do that.
Absolutely. Well, before y'all
Shout out
go,
to
I
you too,
just
T. Like
thank you, baby.
beautiful experiences with you. Like nonetheless, like shout out to you as well.
Thank you. It's been beautiful having you guys up here. I love, 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 love the support from him telling her to go off. I caught that. When she when she was about to tell him about her big event, he was like, go off, and went on mute. I was like, I did a head shake, like that's right. Tell her to go off, show out. To the both of you making sure that all of three of you actually making sure that each of you got your shine alone and with each other. I love that. You know, we preach black love all day. This is one of the most beautiful examples of that standing in front of us right
Triple
now.
that.
That's right. Go off, as
Right.
Chomp
Yeah,
said.
no, 1,000. I do wanna kind of like leave some final things. The Biggest in the Room tour is going to be having. Obviously, they're going to be before me, but it'll be my first tour. But also as well, I've opened my video editing services to the public. I think that the way that I'm elevating in video editing, I'll soon become one of the best video editors to touch Meta, and humbly saying that. And I think that things are going off, and I'm working with a lot of organizations and corporations, and I feel like, you know what I mean, I would say anybody that wants to do something in the meta or wants to profit off of the meta, whatever your ambition is, the time is now. Don't waste time.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for that. I want to thank all of you for coming out and sitting with me tonight. I really enjoyed it. I really did. Thank you so much for that, you guys. Let's give us some confetti for the triple threat. Yes.
Triple threat in the building.
Gang,
Triple
gang.
threat in the building going off.
Don't
My
see
two
if I can
phenomenal
not
wives.
drift out of here.
I love you
It's
guys.
already starting. It's already starting.
It's
I'm
starting.
so sorry.
Mm.
My drift.
I want to say shout out to everybody that came through. You know what I mean? Get some confetti for y'all. You know what I mean? Shout out to other people that, you know, blessed these chairs. I'm a little lit right now, but ain't it crazy? Multiple wives, crazy. That's crazy. Let me get off the stage.
Oh, this dooful. Wait before y'all all start spawning out and going all kind of different places. Nuri let me know she will bless us with Rise Up tonight. She just got to get her mic. So if everybody could come back and sit y'all tails back in the seats for her, just 1 minute, give her a minute. Give her a minute. I promise. Y'all gonna feel it. So just give her 1 minute. And then afterwards, we're going to the doors of everyone that was here tonight on the stage. We are going to visit their worlds. So if y'all could just hold on for 1 second, their doors are right out here. I just want you guys to take a look at their worlds, give it some like and save, and enjoy the art that they put out there for you guys. Hey, Dream. In the IE, in the IE. I want to be with you. Let me stop. Hi, beautiful. Hey.
How you doing? You okay? What? Okay, I'm confused. Hold up. What's your faces up here too?
I can't hear you down there. I gotta come out to hear you. But just give me 1 second because I'm waiting for Nuri. No, I can't even hear you right there. That's because I don't. It's good that the guests aren't distracted when they up here by the noise from the outside.
Ah, okay. Makes sense.
Now I can hear you.
Yeah, I thought if I touch the stage, it's gonna like zip me back all the way over
If
there.
she puts her arm out, it will because triggers right here.
Yeah, that's why I
Okay.
was. That's why I was like, just like la la.
Move that.
She said, "I'm gonna find a way."
Yes.
How
I
you
enjoyed the
been?
show. I'm
Thank
right.
you. Hmm. Oh
Oh,
no! She's singing. No, keep the live going. I want the
My
live to
bad.
hear her
I
sing.
helped her so you can hear her.
You said what? I'm not speaking to you. You spawned me off the stage. You petty as hell.
Oh wow. I
The
was
show
here
was
for
over. I
lunch.
You want me to
should
take
cut
him
you
off
out.
off the list?
No, don't take him off the script.
Don't do that at all.
Don't take
It was
him
a
off
joke.
the script.
It was a
It's all right,
joke.
Fielder.
It was a
He
joke.
petty. He petty. Put go find out if Lotus is ready because you're gonna have to put her back on the stage. Y'all must have locked the ways to get in, RNS.
As we should, baby.
Hi, Shay. Or what you mean? Oh, I'm off on Sunday. I'm actually
Hello,
off.
little one.
I'm
Who
off.
is talking?
Are you ready to
Hey,
sing?
mama.
To get my internet to come on. I know my internet is working because I'm on
Yes.
Meta, but it's
You don't
like
want that
unable to
one?
work on my computer.
Okay, she ain't ready yet.
It does because I can always open up a portal to the one you want.
Okay, take your time.
I picked that one because you forgot about her, and that's the one
I
I
ain't
brought
ready
everybody
yet.
to. You got the bot over there? How you doing, Sir Arthur? Oh, I thought she was up here already. You ready?
No, she ain't ready yet.
Oh, okay. He's so loud.
Who loud?
You are.
That's because me and you on global. I put everybody up there on global because I really couldn't hear them that well.
You can't hear them up on the stage?
I couldn't at first until I put them all up on global. That's why it's good to have me up here, huh? Look
You're
at
a
Genesis about
troublemaker.
to start talking. Here she
That
goes.
woman
I
name
am
is Genesee, not
Your
Genesis.
people volume up because the sound works real good here. Oh, I must got my headset down low or something.
Yo, I'm so sick of all these people with these friend requests. Out of nowhere. Absolutely not.
What we doing after this?
Huh?
What we doing after this?
I don't know.
Her ready, her on the stage. Hey,
All
can
right, if everybody can come back
sit
to the
down
sea, she's
and
ready.
listen to
She's
this
ready.
beautiful song? Rise up.
Let me put myself.
If y'all would like to come up to the stage, whatever, show us some love, show some confetti.
Yeah, this is like.
And before
totally
she sing, let me go ahead and say
unprepared.
this. Make sure y'all please and like and say the
This
world.
is unprepared.
And if you already saved the world, make sure you post pictures to all your social medias. Let everybody know where you at having a good time, where we do this every Wednesday night at 9 Eastern, So come out, support us every Wednesday at Let's Talk with Miss T. I mean, Madam T.
Mama, I had to take like a little sip because, yeah.
It's okay. I had to take a little sip just to say all that.
You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round. You can't find the fire, but I see it in you. We gon' walk it out. Move mountains. We gon' walk it out and move mountains. I'll rise up. I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up. Oh shit.
It's okay, baby.
I don't
Take
know
your
what
time.
the
Start
fuck just
over.
happened. I don't know. My bad. I'll rise up. High like the waves. I'll rise up. In spite of the ache, I will rise, and I'll do it 1,000 times again for you. For you, for you. When the silence isn't quiet and it's getting hard to breathe, and I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet and move mountains, bring it to its feet, move mountains. I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise, I'm afraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again for you, for you, you, for you, for you. All we need is gold, yeah. And for that we have each other. And for that we have each other. We will rise, we will rise, we will rise. Oh, we will rise. Rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up. In spite of the ache, I will rise. And I'll do it 1,000 times again. I'll rise up, high like the waves, we'll rise up. In spite of the ache, we'll rise up. And we'll do it 1,000 times again. I can't sing this high. For you, for you, for you, for you. Rise, we will rise, we will rise. Whoa, 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 yeah. I hope y'all enjoyed it.
Woo! Yes. Oh my God. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Nuri.
My voice is
Thank
kind of gone, but
you.
you know, at the
No,
same time,
your
I feel like I
voice is
killed that.
beautiful. You did that, Mama. Thank you so much.
I
Thank you,
appreciate
y'all. Let's
it.
give her some more confetti, please. Jesus Christ. All right, so can everybody head outside and wait, let me hold on. I'm coming. There we go. Let me get a picture with everybody that came out. All of the guests. Is Victor still here? He left already. All right, let me get everybody. Angel, Lotus, Chomp. Everybody, where's the Zen? Where's the Zen? Where the Zen? Where's Ernest? Where's Dream?
Thank you,
Where's
Amika.
where he at? Okay. It's always him with the extra.
And you know it.
Look,
Hey, look, you know what? All right. Hey, it's your girl Tink, and this is Let's Just Talk with Tink. And I am here with my guests. We have the beautiful triple threat in the building, X6 Chomp, Angel the artist, Nuri the Lotus. We have the beautiful Shay Arts in the building. Let's give it up for Shay Arts. We had my very first meta friend, Ms. Malik, to you. Not to anybody else, but to you. And we have Victor 3000 in the building. And from this intent, I'm sorry, Lord, look at me. From the Zen Dynasty. Let's not do that. That was a Metables. Let's do that. From the Zen Dynasty, we say thank you.
Mwah, mwah.
Yes. Hey, let me get a picture. Oops, let me. There you go. Hold on, I gotta do my pose. There we go. Because we speak New Yorkian. We speaking Grat in here. Word, we speaking Grat. Y'all feel me? Grat get. You feel me? That's how we speak. All right, let's go out to the front and we are going to.
Oh my God.
I need us to separate because it's a
Someone's still
few
here?
people. So, unless y'all all want to go, yeah, we can all go at the same time. We're gonna start with Ms.
I'm on your
Malik's
shit.
world, and then we're gonna just go in a line from left to right for everybody's worlds. Okay, so let's do that. I want everybody to be able to go to their
Stop
worlds, not
making
just
fun of
a few people.
me.
So let's go.